All right, welcome back. About to get underway here. CN Power in pink against Queen City's Lake Effect Furies in black. Let's take a moment now to talk about our ref crew for this evening.
Ref crew for this evening: head ref Penny Whistler, inside pack ref Shocker, outside pack refs are Guillotine, Parking Lot, and Classic Joker, and the jammer refs for tonight are Senior Wiener and D-.
So an excellent ref crew tonight, a mix of Toronto Roller Derby, Queen City, and of course D- from Hammer City.
So it looks like we're about to get the bout going.
And here we
CN Power
are.
throwing Bambi to the line with Bikini Wax to the line for Queen City. Two of the top jammers for their individual teams.
That's right. And Tara Part out there pivoting for CN Power. CN Power, of course, playing their first game ever, I believe, without Brimstone.
That's correct, yes.
And so we will see perhaps some new skaters with the stripe, but Tara Part is a very experienced pivot.
And Queen City has a very smash-mouth style of roller derby. They're a hard-hitting team, and they like to draw their teams into that. Lots of penalties result from that style. So we'll have to see if CN Power can hold them back. But it looks like Bambi has received lead jammer status on the first jam of the game. Bikini Wax right out after her.
Very slow, very scrappy start. I think we can probably expect a lot of this from these two teams tonight, especially in the early going as they feel each other out.
Bambi quickly picking up points, calling off the jam. Looks like she will pick up 3 points on the first jam. That's going to be 3-0 for CN Power. That's got to be a happy start for them. They had a tough time against Queen City last time. They did sneak out the victory, but it was a tight game all the way through. So
10 points, and of course 2 years ago in 2010, the first time these two teams met, Lake Effect Furies actually won here in Downsview Parc. So they've each, as you mentioned earlier, they've each won a game on each other's home track.
Jamming this time around, we have Defa Caitlin for CN Power and BJ Harmstrong for the Lake Effect Furies.
Big black wall at the back, and Defa Caitlin trying to follow her, help her Lady Gaga through, and she is through, lead jammer.
BJ Armstrong being held back by a wall of pink at the back. Lake Effect Furies trying to get their jammer free. Defa Caitlin is already around and ready to score points, though.
And she cuts through the inside and picks up a few, but now this heavy defense from the Lake Effect Furies begins.
CN Power looking strong at the beginning of the game. First penalty of the game being called.
And finally, the Furies jammer, though, follows her out. Going to try and force a call here.
That looks like it was Tuesday Hula going to the box. She has a tendency to pick up penalties, but she is a hard hitter. So
a lot of these Queen City skaters, very hard hitters, and Defa Caitlin looking to steal a point.
Oh. That's a hit right at the whistle. Little ref takeout on the corner.
And a nice point saving there from the Lake Effect Furies blocker. No points on that second pass for Defa Caitlin.
Defa Caitlin did pick up 5 on the first go around. 8-0 for CN Power, 2 jams in. We're looking at Ruby Revenge for the Lake Effect Furies.
Candy Crossbone for CN Power. 4-3 pack advantage right now for the home team in pink.
CN Power really showed during Quad City Chaos that their pack control has improved immensely over the last year, and I think they're showing it early on in this game as well.
That's right, tight packs to start things off. It's a front wall from CN Power, a back wall from the Furies. Which one will give first? Nice hit from Tara Part. Take down the Queen City jammer. Candy Crossbones now, perhaps, with an opportunity to get through. Lip service, though, doing a nice job on a 1.
Ruby Revenge hung up. There's going to be a low black call on Jubilee.
That was a long first pass, but CN Power does have lead jammer. Candy Crossbones is your lead. Marmite being called off for an out-of-play blocking. This is Marmite's debut bout for CN Power, and she is headed to the box.
Again, she is a skater who is everywhere at once. She's an exciting player to watch, and it's nice to be here on her debut. Candy with the call-off.
Having picked up 2 points on that pass, or 2 points on that pass.
So 10-0 for CN Power. CN Power showed this hit-it-and-quit-it style against Rock City, where we had, I believe, 50 jams during
52 jams.
52 jams. It was a ridiculous number. The jams were very quick. And again, we're on to jam number 4 already, and we're only 4 minutes into the game. So we're going to see a lot of skating, a lot of hit it, quit it, score the points fast.
Bikini Wax out there against Bambi. They are off.
CN Power looking to own the back of the pack.
Oh,
Getting
nice
a
hit
piece
by
of Bikini Wax, Dinah Hercha.
Dinah Hercha, nice bridging by Lady Gaga. Keep that jammer way in the back. But again, they're just trading off walls.
And looks like both jammers get out at the exact same time. Bikini Wax gets the lead call. Bambi is in front of her, though. I don't know if Bikini Wax is going to be able to get any points for her team, unfortunately, with the first lead jammer of the game for the Lake Effect Furies.
That's right, but Bambi just increasing her lead as she approaches the pack. And it looks like she's not going to call it. She's going to play this jam out.
I guess she wanted to go for the points, and I don't know, this early in the game, I don't know if that's really a problem. She seemed to make pretty easy work of the pack going through, picks up 4 points.
And a good call because Bambi now being trapped in the back of the pack. So this could be a big pickup for Queen City.
Bikini Wax showing a lot of faith in her blockers, doing an excellent job. Lady Gaga getting sent off for a cut major.
Major cut, and this is a big pushback from Queen City. Dinah Hercha trying to clear a path for Bambi. Bambi having some trouble getting through.
And this is what we expected from these teams. We didn't expect this to be a blowout at all. This game should be close, nip and tuck all the way through. That's Bikini Wax through for another pass, another 5 points.
I don't remember exactly how many lead changes there were the last time these two teams met, but there were quite a few. It was back and forth, 10-point leads being built and then being chipped away, as we're seeing right now.
And that's a jam, a full 2 minutes. 2 more points, or 2 points for Bambi, another couple points, another 3 points for the Lake Effect Furies. Lake Effect Furies take the lead with a 17-point jam by Bikini Wax.
First lead change of the game. 17-12 now, 5-point lead for Lake Effect Furies. Just under 7 minutes into this one.
Very strong pack work, grinding Bambi to a halt during that last jam. We've got BJ Armstrong versus Defa Caitlin at the start of this jam. Slight pack advantage for the Lake Effect Furies, 4 versus 3.
Defa Caitlin getting knocked to the inside a few times. Nice waterfall hitting from Lake Effect Furies, but Bomber doing a nice job to keep the Queen City Jammer at the back.
Looks like Day Tripper is heading to the box, and Defa Caitlin has picked up lead jammer. BJ Armstrong skipping past Nasher the Slasher. She's out, but she's got half a track to make up. Defa Caitlin ready to score points.
And they had a nice split pack from Queen City. She is through and calls it, picks up her 4. Not quite a lead change, but it's now 1 point, 17-16.
1 point game. No team is willing to let the other team get too far away in the first part of this game. 7 minutes gone. Looks like we're back to Ruby Revenge and Candy Crossbones. Candy Crossbones really kind of thrives on the physical packs.
She does like
we certainly saw that at Quad City Chaos.
Yeah.
The more she'd be hit, the more she'd get through. Is pretty impressive. She's a strong, tough lady.
3 very distinct jammers on CN Power. They've each got their strengths for sure.
CN Power with a very deep jammer rotation. They have a lot of other people on the bench that can jam as well.
And Lady Gaga back on the track now after serving her penalty. So it's a 4-3 pack advantage, briefly anyway, for CN Power.
That's Candy Crossbones getting free. Lead jammer status. Ruby Revenge is out as well. Again, half a pack to make up. Candy Crossbones looking to get some points.
And we're again seeing the Furies very physical early. And Candy with a nice pass and a nice quick call. And that will be a lead change.
That is a lead change. 4 points for Candy Crossbones brings CN Power to 20. Lake Effect Furies at 17.
So again, 2017. This is going to be, you have to have a feeling that just like that Rock Skiddy game, which started very tight as well, it's going to come down to which team can stay more disciplined, stay out of the penalty box, especially with the jammer penalties.
Penalty control can be huge, a huge advantage during a game. So it's like Bikini Wax versus Bambi again. Bambi on CN Power in the pink, Bikini Wax in the blue and teal and black.
And this has been a good matchup so far for the Lake Effect Furies. Nice hitting by Jubes. Jubilee at the back of the pack. Couldn't quite stay on her feet. Bambi is lead jammer.
Bambi picking up lead jammer on that no pack situation.
Oh, and tear apart with a big hit, but misses. On Jubilee again, taking 7-11 to the outside. Trying to hold up some points.
Bikini Wax trying to make up the ground, keeping Bambi from scoring too many points. Bambi not seeing the signal from her bench to call it off, and Bikini Wax is almost through.
And Bambi now trying to get through and calls it.
Very hard hits.
Looks like it's a 3-3 tie on that one. Bambi a little late on the call.
Feeling the effects of stormy weather out there, number 357. But picking up some points, keeping the lead for CN Power, 23-20 so far.
That was a tie jam on that one. Defa Caitlin back out there on the track. Is that BJ Armstrong?
BJ Armstrong is back on the track. We'll have to see if she'll have faith in her blockers as she did the last time, picking up 17 points.
Rebel Rocket out there against Arrose C'est La Vie, pivoting for Lake Effect Furies in black.
CN Power owning the back so far in this game. Their wall of four has been holding the jammer on most occasions, though it looks like BJ is down to one blocker to go. Picks up a no pass, no penalty, which means she passed someone out of bounds. Does not get lead jammer.
Defa Caitlin is your lead jammer, but I don't know if she knows it, and she will call it now.
Lots of communication from the bench. Defa Caitlin hearing the cries of please call it off, and that's a 0-0 jam.
Candy Crossbones back out there now, and this
Ruby Revenge seems like the matchup for these two.
Yep. 23-20, 19-18 remaining. It is a tight one. You can feel the tension in here in the bunker.
Yeah, and this is the feeling out period for these two teams. I think we'll see the real game start soon.
Jubilee taking a knee in the back of the pack to keep a defender back there, or a helper for her jammer. And Jubilee clearing a big hole now for Candy Crossbones, who's able to sleep through. She's got one left to beat at the front. But that
Ruby
is
Revenge stuck back on Nasher the Slasher. And that's going to be a back block on Ruby Revenge. She's going off.
Oh, and there is the first power jam now. It was a major back block. And Marmite onto the box for her second trip to the box.
Marmite going as well. So Candy Crossbones able to pick up a bunch of points here.
See if they can use this power jam. Lip service. Some great defense at the front of the pack. The captain, she's wearing that C.
CN Power has a full box right now. Only Nasher and Tara Part able to stay on. And I believe Nasher has a penalty she'll have to sit once room clears out. It's a no pack situation. Candy Crossbones through for 5 points.
And that is helping to pad the lead now, 28-20. Power jam for CN Power, but it is a 2-2 pack. So
thin pack. This is the kind of pack a jammer likes. Not a lot of people on the track. She's able to just do laps. That looks like it's going to be out of play. Candy Crossbones making her way through. Another 5 points.
Another 5-point grand slam. And Jubilee now coming back on the track. So CN Power opening up their first lead of this game.
Jubilee out of the box. Nasher the Slasher back in.
Pack advantage now shifting for Lake Effect Furies in their favor. But here comes Marmite back out of the
Candy
penalty
Crossbones
box.
looking to get another pass before time runs out. 10 seconds left in the jam. Calls it off. And it looks like she may have called that off a little too late. Did not get to keep the Lake Effect Furies jammer in the box, but she does pick up 14 points.
So 37-20. A little bit of a lead for CN Power now, but not nearly big enough to take the foot off the gas.
Not at all.
This Furies team just seems to be warming up. Big, strong team.
Looks like we're getting a signal for an official timeout here. I imagine they need to clear up some penalties after that power jam. There's a lot of people going to the box, a lot of people coming out of the box. Going to make sure all the X's are ticked on the board to make sure everyone's serving the time they deserve.
And this is a good time to tell you about our TORD TV crew. You are, of course, watching a TORD TV production, broadcast through Canuck Derby TV, Derby News Network. However you are watching us, welcome. Thanks for watching. I'm the Derby Nerd here with Captain Lou Alabamo, calling all the action for you. Our technical director is Mr. Force, also known as Layer 9, layer9.ca. He has put this whole boutcast together for you, the viewer. Tropic Thunder is our director. She's giving you all these beautiful camera angles to be providing. And our camera crew is Lady Scorcher, G-Force, and Farzad. Sorry, I don't know, Farzad, I don't know your last name. But that is our camera crew for this bout.
And it looks like they may have got everything all wrapped up here. We can get the jam underway momentarily.
All right, everything is set on the penalty box, or the penalty boards.
We're going to have a 3-on-3 pack. And Bambi will be jamming against Bikini Wax.
Bambi sitting on 2 minors.
Looks like we're back to an official timeout.
Prematurely into that official timeout. Also, of course, like to thank Toronto Roller Derby sponsor Rollerbug, huge sponsor of the league. Rollerbug can be found at the Cardinal Skate Shop on Bloor and Ossington, downtown Toronto.
So again, both these teams very evenly matched. I don't believe when the Lake Effect Furies were here a couple years ago, I believe it was about a 20-point differential. Only 10 points the last time they met in October. So 17 points right now. CN Power has to be happy, but I would not count the Lake Effect Furies out. That is really no advantage at all at the moment.
Not at all, no. Pantyhose out there with Dinah Hirsch and Rebel Rocket. Bambi jamming. A new matchup for Bambi. Is that?
And Bikini Wax stuck on that back pink wall, but she has slipped through. Looks like she's going to be able to get there after Bambi. Bambi already picking up lead jammer, though, so.
She's only got about 20 feet, though.
It's a race for the back of the pack, see if she can hit it and score any points.
She is through, sees a hole, and calls it.
That's great timing on Bambi's part. 3 points, nothing for the Lake Effect Furies. That's the kind of style that CN Power has shown this year.
Yep. And that increases the lead to 20 points now. Just under 16 minutes to go in the first half of this WFTDA sanctioned bout. CN Power ranked 17th in the North Central. Lake Effect Furies 15th in the East. Both are teams on the rise. These teams have a long history of playing each other, dating all the way back to 2008, perhaps even before.
And even though they're in a different region, they are one of the closest teams to Toronto.
That's right.
It's nice to see them come up here again. They are always a fun team to play. It's always an exciting game.
CN Power's Betty Bomber doing a nice job killing time there to get a full pack. 4-3 advantage for CN Power.
Defa Caitlin jamming. And BJ Armstrong for the Lake Effect Furies. But Defa Caitlin, lead jammer again. She's had an excellent game so far. I believe she's had lead jammer in every jam she's been out there.
And nice hitting by Betty Bomber to keep that jammer goated, and she just, I believe, picked up a minor cut.
BJ Armstrong getting drawn to the back of the pack. Defa Caitlin in, scoring points already.
And
Defa Caitlin through, picking up 4 points. And BJ Armstrong has finally made it out of the pack. She's about a third of the way back, 40 feet to pick up. Defa Caitlin looking to grab some more points before she has called off.
That's right, she's looking for the whole pack, and she's calling it as she goes down. And will she get the 4? She does.
She does. She gets all 4 again.
So CN Power continuing to build their lead now, just past the halfway mark, 48-20. Candy Crossbones out there.
Looks like we have full packs, four blockers aside. And the rivalry on the jammer line once again, Candy Crossbones versus Ruby Revenge.
This has been a good matchup. Candy Crossbones and Defa Caitlin both seem to really be thriving with these physical packs, propelling them almost through. Another official timeout being called. On the track, Pantyhoser is pivoting. We're going to probably see her pivoting a little bit more with the absence of Brimstone.
That's true. She's had an excellent season. All the games I've seen her play this year, she has picked up her game. She's been amazing so far.
Yeah.
A real revelation for all the games I've seen her play. So
she did suffer a minor injury at the Quad City Chaos against Hamilton, but they immediately took her out of the game to rest her, I think, for this one. And she seems to be pretty good tonight. I heard her say earlier that she felt earlier in the week she was feeling about 90%. So she's got a few more days to add that 10% on it.
I think Pantyhoser at 90% is a pretty good 90%.
Candy Crossbones stuck at the back of the pack now.
Ruby Revenge looking to get out the front, but she's got lots of pink in front of her.
And again, just switching walls front to back, these two packs. Pantyhosers we were just talking about are doing a nice job pushing the jammer out.
Oh, we've got a cut on Candy Crossbones.
Major cut. First power jam opportunity now for the Lake Effect Furies.
Very important for the Lake Effect Furies to take advantage of this. CN Power was, Dinah hurt you with a huge hit on Ruby Revenge. Ruby Revenge still able to get out. She does not get lead jammer though, so this will be a full 2-minute jam.
That's right, a minor cut on her initial pass.
Ruby Revenge looking to close the gap for the Lake Effect Furies.
A nice blocking again by Hoser up front, but number 82 for the Lake Effect Furies doing some nice, Tuesday Ula doing a nice job. Jammers through.
Some great cycling by CN Power, but unable to hold Ruby Revenge on the power jam. That's 5 points.
CN Power now electing to play some defense here. Oh, and it looks like it's going to be a major back block called.
And that's going to end the power jam. Candy Crossbones going to get sprung from the box.
And Lake Effect Fury's so good at breaking out of those isolation traps. But now they're going to have to watch. A hit on a no pack, and she is going to the box for a major hit.
That's Tuesday Hula going to the box again. Candy Crossbones gets through. She's got 13 seconds to pick up some points. The jam is almost over, but I think she's got time because CN Power has the Lake Effect Furies at a complete standstill.
And Candy Crossbones, that last line of defense, nice job again from C'est La Vie.
5 points.
So trading off power jams, and it ends up about where it started, 54-25.
CN Power has to be pretty happy with that power jam. They ended up giving up no points on that jam, 5 points aside. So Lake Effect Furies need to take advantage of the power jams when they get them.
And the Lake Effect Furies just called their first time out of this game to try and calm everyone down. About 12 minutes left in the first half. Only 30 points. This is probably a perfect time to call a timeout. I'd say momentum shifting CN Power's way.
Yeah, I think it's an excellent time. It's you gotta save some of those timeouts for the second half, but taking one to slow down the momentum, get your team focused again. It's exactly the right time to be doing this.
Bambi is out there with 3 minors on the track. A risky move by CN Power.
CN Power has been known to do that with Bambi. I've seen her put out there multiple times with 3. It always makes me cringe a bit.
Yes.
And any little mistake means that she'll be going to the box. So.
And this is a challenging pack, I think, for Bambi to put her out there sitting on 3 minors. But we will see what can happen.
So I think manager Harasser on the Lake Effect Furies bench has gathered them together. And
oh wait, I might have been wrong in my. I'm only getting periodic views.
Deffa Caitlin has 3 for sure.
Deffa Caitlin is sitting on 3. Sorry, Bambi is only sitting on 1. Never mind, I was wrong. I was wrong.
And Bambi will be starting on a power jam.
Sorry about that. It's hard to see the board sometimes, and I can fool myself.
Those officials seem to want to be in front of it doing their work. I don't understand. So Bambi does pick up lead jammer.
So the power jam continues now in the second jam with Bambi as your lead jammer. And again, it is a stopped pack.
Bambi spreading the Lake Effect Furies out.
Nice one-on-one defense from the Furies, though.
And all of them seem 5 for Bambi.
Lip service, excellent up front. The Furies don't seem to mind a one-on-one battle in the slightest.
Ruby Revenge has been released from the box and is through on her first pass, so she is on a scoring pass. Bambi, though, in the pack, ready to score points.
Bambi is being told to call it. And did she call in time?
Bambi with a call off, picking up a minor just before she called that off.
That's right, and a 1-0 score for the Fury. So Bambi a little late on a call. It's the second time tonight she's been a little late with the call, giving up some points.
She did pick up 5 on the first pass, though, so that was a 5-1 jam. CN Power extending their lead a little bit more, 33 points now, 59-26.
And for the first time tonight, we are seeing an occupation of the jammer line. CN Power initiating.
And for the first time tonight, we get Rebel Rocket jamming for the CN Power. She's had a great season jamming for CN Power. Usually a blocker, but she's been turned into a jammer with great success so far. She's up against Bikini Wax.
And I imagine she's out there, Jamie, because Defa Caitlin is sitting on 3 minor penalties, which she is just goaded or poodled to erase from the board.
Armstrong through, but getting a minor track cut, so she will not get lead jammer. However, Rebel has picked up a major track cut. So we have a power jam with Bikini Wax looking to take advantage of CN Power.
But Aston Martini with a nice hit and dragged her way back. And Aston Martini again, speaking of one-on-one skaters. Oh, nice offensive blocking from the Lake Effect Furies.
Bikini Wax through for 5 points. CN Power looking to set up for her next pass, keep her down in points. She's picked up 5 already so far. But she's through with relative ease on that one. That's 10 points. Big pushback by the Lake Effect Furies.
And now CN Power gets the front of the pack, decides to pace it a bit. Lake Effect Furies very spread out, though, inadvertently bridging CN Power, keeping them in play.
Defa Caitlin out of the box after her cougering. And Bikini Wax looking to score more points. CN Power trying to speed things up.
And again, Aston Martini with another amazing block, pulling her way back. Nice bridging by Pantyhose to keep her in play.
CN Power controlling where this pack is going at will.
And Hoser, a nice push to the inside on the jammer, and it looks like
it's going to be a 4th minor on Bikini Wax. Rebel Rocket getting a release from the box. It means Bikini Wax is going to have to sit for a full minute. Rebel, with 10 seconds left in the jam, probably not going to be able to score any points, but
and a split pack has got to let her go. And there's a hard isolation as time runs down.
Virginia Warrior taking a big hit at the end of that jam, looking a little tired. CN Power.
She was being held. Virginia Warrior is being held and pounded at the back of that pack.
Looks like Lake Effect Furies picked up 10 points on that. CN Power, however, will get to start the next jam on a power jam.
8 minutes remaining. Very tense bout so far, 59-38.
21-point game.
Still a tight score.
Candy Crossbones. CN Power keeping it slow, creating a no-pack situation. Lake Effect are going to have to let her go. Candy Crossbones, lead jammer on this power jam.
So Candy Crossbones going to look to increase this lead right now. Lake Effect Furies way at the front and maybe too far ahead, but nice, again, one-on-one blocking.
The Candy Crossbones fighting her way through.
Lip service yet again is the last line of defense, but she has to let her go.
5 points for Candy Crossbones.
Now Fury's starting to line up near the back.
Fury setting up again, putting Candy Crossbones to a stop. She's fighting her way through. She's through again. Another 5 points.
Another beautifully executed power jam by CN Power. They are controlling right now and doing very well.
And the power jam is over. Bikini Wax is back on the track, but Candy Crossbones is going to be able to score more points as she's in the pack again.
Nice quick transition from CN Power to split up defense to offense. And now a big 4-wall as they hope Candy can push her way through the front.
Great awareness on their pack, noticing that the jammer had been released from the box, switching from stalling out the Lake Effect Furies wall to shutting down the Queen City Jammer.
And Candy is through, and they're telling her to give it another go.
Bikini Wax not out of the pack on her first pass yet, so Candy has the opportunity to put more points in. She's been taking a beating this jam, but she's been racking up the points, 15 so far.
And it is a dead stop pack, and Candy Crossbones fights her way through, and she calls it. Big
That's going to be 20 points for Candy Crossbones.
A very impressive pickup, and this is now the biggest lead of the game for CN Power, 79-38.
41-point lead for CN Power. 6 minutes to go in half. BJ Armstrong versus Bambi.
Power jams the difference yet again, and CN Power is just executing perfectly on that power jam against a very, very tough defensive team as well.
Absolutely.
4-3 pack. Oh, 3-3 pack, sorry. Lady Gaga pulling herself off the track in time. Aston Martini, the nice defensive hit again.
Looks like QD being sent off. And we are having a real grist mill in the
Yes.
pack right now. The jammers are just getting pounded, but Bambi does have lead jammer. Huge hit by Dinah Hertz again on BJ Armstrong. Rebel Rocket as well.
This is a very different game than the one we saw against Rock City a few weeks ago here in the bunker. This is a much more wide open, heavy hitting game.
Bambi scoring points. BJ just being pounded on in the pack.
Whoa.
Bodies all over the floor. Rebel Rocket with a low block being sent off to the box.
Rebel Rocket rarely gets involved in the physical action quite like that. But she's going to the box for it. Rebel Rocket in the box a few times tonight.
BJ Armstrong is out of the pack. Bambi skates through, looks back, calls it off, and that's another 5 points.
A nice move to turn around, get those points, and call that. And Bambi just looking like she's getting warmed up in this one. A rough start for her out there with those physical packs.
Looks like CN Power trying to drop the hammer in the last 10 minutes of this game. 4 minutes to go in 10 minutes in the half. 4 minutes to go in this half. They have managed to pick up a 51-point lead so far.
Impressive. That's certainly the biggest lead I think I've seen CN Power ever have on the Lake Effect Furies. But will they be able to maintain it?
Both teams going with a pretty regular rotation on the jammer line. We've got Defa Caitlin versus Ruby Revenge.
And both teams have a lot of skaters in minor problems right now. The penalty board really filling up. But Defa Caitlin has cleared her penalties.
Defa Caitlin with a skip by on lip service, but getting pulled to the back.
Pulled
by
way
Day Tripper.
back. Nice job. Day
Ruby
Tripper.
Revenge going to get lead jammer, which has been a rare thing this half. Let's see what she can do with it.
And they really needed this. Lake Effect Furies has not had lead jam in a while.
Defa Caitlin one to beat. Lip service has to let her go, but Ruby Revenge is in there scoring points already. Only Bomber to beat.
And she's through.
That's 4 points for the Lake Effect Furies.
So the first points for the Furies in a while, and they needed it. 89-42 now is the score. 3 minutes left in this half. And timeout being called by CN Power.
CN Power looking to make sure the momentum does not switch with only 3 minutes left in the half. Again, the Lake Effect Furies, when they get going, can go hard. So they want to make sure that they don't give them any opportunity.
Very impressive start to this game. CN Power in control right now. And I think it has just been their execution has been excellent. They really transitioning very quickly. Again, that pack awareness that you've been talking about, they've really developed it quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the real difference between last year's CN Power and this year's CN Power is that they show so much poise on the track, and they're able to determine where they want the play of the game to be. If they want the game slowing down, they slow it down. If they want the pack to be split up, they will split the pack up.
That's right. They were in the early days of CN Power. They were certainly they have such great jammers and such good jammer depth that they were very content to just kind of hit and run. Let's skate fast and hit hard and make some holes for their jammers. And as they've been getting higher and higher up in the WFTDA, the play's a little more sophisticated, and that just won't cut it anymore.
Yeah, I suspect they've learned a lot from playing teams like Naptown and Fort Wayne.
That's right. And the Furies have an impressive list of opponents as well. They recently played Charm City, one of the top teams in the sport. Apparently on both tracks, banked and flat. Charm City,
that's correct. They just won the Pro Invitational last weekend. So Candy Crossbones going to be facing Bikini Wax on the line, theoretically, but we have another official timeout.
Yes.
So.
Officials again at the penalty board trying to figure things out, and Lake Effect Furies mixing things up a bit on the start, sending a defensive or offensive helper at the back, making sure there's someone back there.
I think with all the X's in the minors side of the penalty board, it makes it a little more difficult for the refs and the officials to get the fourth minors called out quickly, because there's a lot of work to be done. They put in a lot of effort to make these games run smoothly, so we appreciate everything the refs and the NSOs do.
3-3 packs. Each skater has each pack has one skater in the penalty box, and it looks like everything's been figured out. We're back underway.
And with 3 minutes to go in the first half of this game, 89-42 for the CN Power. We're going to get things rolling. Again, Candy Crossbones on the line for CN Power in pink.
And Bikini Wax in black for the visitors, the Lake Effect Furies. CN Power going to keep this slow, hoping to free And they do. Rebel Rocket, their pivot back on the track.
Oh, Bikini Wax trying to make a move on the outside, but Aston Martini picking her off. Candy Crossbones at the front, only one skater to beat.
And Aston Martini once
does.
again with some fantastic defense at the back of the pack.
The lead jammer for CN Power is Candy Crossbones.
Bikini Wax now, though, out of the pack, but Candy Crossbones almost a full lap lead. She's going to try to pick up some points and call it. Oh, and Candy Crossbones going right into the hit, and she's going to be
that's
called
going to be a back block.
Block major.
So we've got a power jam for the Lake Effect Furies, not what CN Power wanted. Bikini Wax making her way through. She is on a scoring pass. That's going to be 5 points for Lake Effect Furies. This is what they needed at the end of the first half to really pull back, really make this a game.
That's right. Timing could not be better for the Furies. They would need to really finish this one strong.
CN Power just racing this pack as fast as they can go. Keeping the pack at the front, making Bikini Wax work to get her points.
Tuesday Hula, the pivot there was... Oh, at front line of defense, a nice hit by, I think it was Mia Culprit, pulling the jammer way back.
All the way to the back. Mia and Aston Martini dragging her back there. Bikini Wax looking for a way through, but getting again hit hard by Pantyhose and being sent off. No.
No, she was just hit into the penalty box.
Hit into the penalty box.
Pantyhose with a nice hit, pulling her way back and really killing a lot of time on this power.
And again getting picked off by Aston Martini.
Nice bridging again by CN Power, keeping their blockers in play. Oh, and a nice move. Oh,
big hit by Pantyhose again, getting an elbow though.
But it worked. Candy Crossbones on the track already.
Okay. Oh, CN Power has to be pretty happy with that power jam. Again, not giving up a ton of points.
No, good defense from Pantyhoser and Aston Martini in particular on that power jam. But working really well together to make sure they're bridging, being able to drag that jammer way back.
Bikini Wax did pick up another 5 points on that last pass. However, the CN Power did manage to hold her back. It looks like Candy Crossbones picked up a couple points as well. So.
Official timeout being called. 40 points will be the lead. It looks like we're going to get one more jam in this half. 38 seconds left on the scoreboard. Yeah, Bambi out there jamming.
Yeah, I believe this official timeout is just so that the jammer ref D- can make sure that all the points were recorded properly for CN Power. And it looks like it's all been taken care of. We've got CN Power at 94. Lake Effect Furies at 52, 42-point lead for CN Power. One jam to go in the half.
And it looks like we're going to start with 3 3-packs. Or 3 2-pack advantage for the Lake Effect Furies.
There's a 4 2-pack advantage for Lake Effect Furies.
4-2. The bodies are all blending together on the track.
So we got Ruby Revenge versus Bambi. We'll have to see if the Lake Effect Furies can take advantage of this pack strength and get their jammer through for the last jam, pick up some points, go into the half on a positive note. Bambi with some defensive jamming. You gotta like to see that.
And she's trying to feed that jammer. A nice job by Bambi. A 3-wall, trying to kill time too to free some of their blockers. But they couldn't hold her forever.
Ruby Revenge fights her way through. They did manage to hold her for 20 seconds. Some strong pack work and assistance by their jammer Bambi. CN Power doing really well. However, we've got...
And CN Power a better reset here as Ruby Revenge comes in and gets a clean pass to score.
Nice quick 5 points for Ruby Revenge. Queen City has to be really happy about this result.
That's right. Time is out on the clock. We are on to the jammer clock. 1:16 remaining on that. I have a feeling that Lake Effect Furies is going to keep this going as long as they can.
Bambi looking to put a hit on, not able to get Ruby Revenge. Ruby Revenge skipping around. And we've got penalties being handed out left and right.
Lots of penalties being called there.
Bomber and Rebel at the front, unable to hold Ruby Revenge. She's picking up more points as she goes through the pack. 4.
One illegal pass there.
Bambi has lead jammer.
And calls it.
Oh, and Bambi manages to stop the bleeding.
And
Lake Effect Furies pull out a nice final jam of the first half. Brings them much closer, only 31 points, 92 to 61 for CN Power over the Queen City Roller Girls Lake Effect Furies.
That's right, a nice pushback at the very end for the Lake Effect Furies, putting on just